All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. New week. So exciting. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Thank you guys so much for getting on tonight. So we'll start with, I haven't posted for those of you that weren't on the accountability call last night, I haven't posted that yet, but it is saved. So I'll post that if you want to catch up on some of the new product launches. I talked about those, and then what my plan is for our group. And if you're like doing your own thing, that's totally awesome. But yeah, I'll post that so you guys can catch up too, because coaches especially should kind of be in the loop of what's coming down the road with product launches and timing of groups and stuff like that. So does anyone have, I don't think this is going to load enough, but does anyone know if they have successful points? Okay, well, it's still earlier in the month, but since groups are starting soon, this is definitely the week to hammer your invites and get Success Club this week. You don't want to get to the end of the month worrying about it, and the more people you get involved with the group and the more people that you're able to help, like those are your points. So think of it that way, is you're trying to help people approach the holidays feeling more confident, just exactly how you want to feel. And so the more you share about it, the more people you invite, the more fun it's going to be for us to be together. And okay, sorry, I'm going to mute you guys. I don't know who's okay. The more exciting it's going to be, the more fun we're going to have into the holidays together. So every single day, make it a non-negotiable to send your invites and to be reaching out to people, whether that's 5, 10, 15, 20. I mean, that's up to you, but and I'll talk about that tonight as well. But this is the week, because I mean, depending on if you're like doing the group with in the main group and following your challenge group with that, then we start prep week next week. So I want all of my people signed up by Sunday night, so then they have all their stuff, because it just becomes messy when they're signing up in the middle of prep week, and you have to catch them up and they don't get their Shakeology and stuff in time. It just makes it a lot harder to keep track of when they're starting, and it takes away from the whole momentum of like having that day one where everyone's like, all right, let's go. So that's this week. Does anyone have any other recognition? Anyone to shout out? Anybody? Just unmute yourself if you do. Welcome Alina to her first team call. Whoop, whoop. I will shout out Kylie. I haven't had a chance to read yours yet, but I did see that it was posted right after work. I haven't looked at Instagram. But Kylie and Kelsey both shared, they were vulnerable and shared their story with social media. So shout out to you guys. I know how hard that is, and opening up, with where you're coming from and where you've been there she is. Can be hard. And so shout out to you guys for doing that and sharing your story. And Kylie, did you listen to the National Wake Up Call?
Was super busy, so that's what I'm doing after this.
Okay, I just wasn't sure, because Kelsey had messaged me saying that like it was exactly what she needed to hear, and it was about sharing like your story. So I didn't know if like that had inspired you too. But hi Maggie.
Hey, I hit the link from like last time, so I was like, what's going on?
I was like, she's such a good yawn. Do you have any recognition, Mags?
Sorry?
Do you have any recognition? Anyone you want to shout out? Do you have any successful points?
Unfortunately, no, not today.
Right, we'll just, by this time next week, we'll all be in Success Club, huh?
That's the goal.
Exactly. Sorry. Please excuse my appearance right now as well. Like, I worked out and then I went straight to work, and so this is what happened. But I still have to shower. Okay, so is everyone muted again? Okay. So tonight I want to talk about, like, I don't know how to like generalize what I'm going to talk about, but kind of like accountability with your coaching and how, since we all do this part-time, like kind of what it's going to take for us to, or for you to reach, you know, your business goals, whatever that looks like. And understanding that there are, you know, if you want to be successful with this, you know, as quickly as possible, this isn't, you know, it obviously doesn't happen fast. It's a long-term thing, but the more the effort you put into it, the more time you put into it, obviously the faster it grows and the more people you get to help. So the kind of overall like overarching theme that, and this kind of inspired me to talk about this because I've had challengers from another coach like reach out to me and say like they don't know, and like if their coach is a coach anymore and they're looking for a challenge group, but like there's nothing running for them, and it just made me really sad. Am I frozen? No? Okay. Was I? It said unstable connection, so usually when that happens I freeze. So just like wave your hands and tell me to stop talking if I freeze. Or unmute yourself, something. Okay, and it made me really sad because like when you sign up to be a coach, you're not only making this commitment to yourself, but to the people that sign up with you. Like when someone invests in you, like this is a big investment for some people, you know, they're fitting into their budget and they're investing in you. And so if you just all of a sudden like stop running groups and just kind of go off like and forget about everyone that signed up with you, like, and just leave them hanging, not knowing what to do, like you always have to remember that you have this isn't just about you anymore. Like you sign these people up, they're investing with you. You need to be accountable to not only yourself, but also to those people. And one of the things that we talked about like at Summit was like, be here next year. And I plan on being here in this business, running this business this time next year, this time in 2 years, this time in 3 years. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm building a team of people who are not going anywhere. But I mean, like, there's going to be people who sign up and quit. But the foundation that I want to build this on and the people that I want to build this business with are the people who can honestly say, I'm going to be here next year. And so I'm not going to ask you guys that right now to, you know, say that out loud, but that's something I really want all of you to think about. Are you committed to this? Are you going to be here next year? And I want you to think also, you know, and write this down now or after this call. Like, I want you to make 2 lists. And one list is what coaching has given you or what coaching will give you, can give you, or what has it brought into your life, what it has done for your life, the benefits of being a coach and being a part of this. And then the second list is everything good that happens if you quit. And compare those lists. And then every time that you come across a struggle or an obstacle and people are saying no and you just can't find your yeses, I want you to look at that list every time you think about quitting. Honestly, it's like, and this is different, every coach you talk to. There's coaches who have thought about quitting a million times and then they overcame it. I've literally never thought about quitting. I've thought about maybe like not working it as much and just being like a base level coach, but I've never considered quitting because what do I have to go back to? Like every confidence, like the confidence that I feel in my journey and with my leadership skills and the people that I have met, it was brought into my life by doing this, by being a part of this community. So what do I have to gain if I quit? Nothing is my answer. And so make those lists and always look at those whenever you have those feelings, and just remember, like, this is not just about you. When you start to sign up your clients and your coaches, like, this isn't just about you. And so if you think about it and you say, I don't know if I'm going to be here next year, like, at least And well, I'm like, this is like later down the line, but this is just, some people have quit coaching, not really on this team because it's a lot of new coaches. So if they quit, it's like there's no one underneath them. Damn it. That was funny. Am I back? Am I good? That was so funny. All of you. See, it worked. Okay. But like these challengers that have been reaching out to me, and their coach just like left. And if at least if you're gonna do that, connect your clients with someone else. Like, don't just leave them hanging, wondering where you went, because you sent them these emails. You told them that you were gonna be there for them. You're their accountability partner, like the ultimate accountability partner, better than their friends that they already had, because obviously what they had wasn't working, and so they were willing to invest in you, who is their friend or a stranger. Like, strangers invest in you once they like are following your page and they're interested in what you're doing, and they're choosing you to be that person. And so if you just up and leave, like, what message is that sending, number one, about this business? And like, they're not going to want to trust anyone again, like, who says that it's worth it. Like, you told them to invest in you and then you left. And I think that's really shitty. So if that ever comes down to it, where you just realize, and I'm not saying that this business, like, once you're in it, this 100% has to be for you. Like, I'm going to hate you if you leave. Like, that is not true. But I'm here to build an empire, and I want a team. I'm going to work with people, and I'm going to get one-on-one calls and, work directly with people who want to do the same thing. And I understand as a new coach, it's hard to picture what this is going to look like for you and what you want out of it. But as long as you remember the mission and what this can do for you and how excited you are about helping other people, that's all you need. From there, it's just continuous asking questions, trying to learn. You're going to be fast-paced sometimes, slow-paced sometimes, like whatever, but you're at least in it, and you're at least here, and you're at least going to be here next year, and you're excited about what it's going to look like for you next year. And yeah, so I mean, just remember that when you make the decision, this is if you're going to be here next year or not, or if it comes down to, that you decide that this just isn't for you, you have other passions that you want to pursue, that's okay. But don't forget about the people that were supporting your journey and who invested in you and who wanted to work with you, and hook them up with someone else then. Like, just remember that this is beyond you. When you become a coach, it's not you anymore. And honestly, for me, that was when my whole mindset, and that was when I saw results, was when I wasn't just doing it for me anymore, because it's like, if I don't follow through, who cares? But once it was about other people, and I literally just had someone at Title who I don't even know. I've seen her at class before, but I don't know her name. I didn't know she followed me. And she came up to me and like told me, she's like, I love your Instagram posts. She's like, today I was laying in bed, like 11:30 still, and I was scrolling through and I saw your post, and it inspired me to get out of like everything I love, like just the words you say and da-da-da. And like, it just like snaps me every time I hear that. Like, people are listening and people are watching what you do, even if it doesn't seem like it. And so you are making an impact, even though you're getting a million no's. Like, that's just part of what this is. If you're struggling with getting no's, side note, get the book Go for No. Go for No. It's all about, it's like making a game out of getting your no's, because the more no's you have, the closer you're getting to a yes. Tell me when I'm moving. Now some of you are frozen. Am I back? I'm just moving to see if you guys can catch my movements. Oh God, F this Wi-Fi. Okay, where was I? I literally lost my train of thought. Can someone unmute themselves to remind me what I was talking about? Oh, the nose. Okay, I said. Woo! Mondays, man. Yeah, the book Go for No. It's like the more no's you get, the closer you are to your yes. And so it's just like you get excited about getting a no. You're like, oh my God, I crossed another no off. I'm that much closer to my yes. Like that's literally the mindset that you get in by reading that book. And it's all for like any network marketing. And so like it applies to this type of business, and how you just need to get those no's. They're just a part of it. No matter how pretty your posts are, no matter how heartfelt you are, you're still going to get no's. So like that should be exciting because it means you're that much closer to your next yes. Okay, so that was kind of what I wanted to get across as far as like just remembering that this is beyond you, and the people who invest in you they didn't just choose the products and programs, you guys. Like they chose you. They can get a fit guide or 6-week guide, whatever, all over the internet, like all the fads that people are doing, whatever. Like they can get that anywhere, but they were inspired by you and they wanted to be held accountable by you. And if you're not holding yourself accountable and not even caring that these people are a part of your community and you're leaving them behind, like then you need to hook them up with someone else if you're pursuing another path. So just keep that in mind as we go forward. But also at the same time, remember that list. And why did you become a coach? What is it doing for you? And even if you've only been a coach for a day or a week, like why did you decide to? Like what were your reasons? What inspired you about this? And then write your list of what you gained by quitting. More money because you don't have to invest in Shakeology anymore that you're probably going to spend on like going out to eat or extra pizza or something dumb. Like that's what I would do. I wouldn't be saving it. So honestly, you're not getting anything. But that's my opinion. That's the mindset I'm in. So that's what I want to kind of communicate as far as that. And then also like this is a business. I view it as a business. It doesn't always look pretty. It's not always perfect. Clearly, like team calls like this. But I make it work and I'm sticking with it. Like I've had higher income or higher weeks of paychecks than I have the past couple of weeks. So they've been kind of low, and sometimes I catch myself thinking, I'm like, I should be further along, like I should have a bigger team because I've been doing this for, really in the grand scheme of things, like a year and a half is not that long. People are in this business for years and I will get there eventually. But when I catch myself thinking that, it's like, you have to remember that this is long-term business. And so I don't care how slow it goes. I don't care how low I go. I'm going to be here next year and every year after that. And so I'm ready to work and I'm ready to run with people who are going to be here next year. Because the worst thing is, and like this happens, people find other passions and everything. So it's like, in no way, I don't blame people for this, but it's just like heartbreaking when you are working so closely and you have another coach that joined your team and she's so excited and you get excited about building this team and you're doing this together, and then they up and leave. Like they just quit for whatever reason. And sometimes it's not a good reason. Sometimes maybe it is just a change of passion. But like that's really hard and that's really draining to put so much time into helping someone build this business and then they just leave. Especially if they just cancel and you get the email and they didn't even tell you about it. Don't do that, please. If this isn't for you, if you decide, please talk to me about it. Because you will know what that feels like and it's not fun. Okay. So then the other part of this, as far as like building the business part, is kind of like just being more, everyone's schedules are different and everyone's business is going to look different. And, like this is your business. You build it the way you want to. But if you want it to grow, like you have to be disciplined. You have to make sacrifices. That's what it's going to take in order to grow. And so that means that you're non-negotiable, and that word is thrown around so much in Beachbody, but I think it's true. Like your non-negotiables, like what are you not going to go to bed without doing every single day? You're obviously like getting your workout in and eating healthy, like that's pretty much non-negotiable for everyone, at least trying to, like we're not perfect all the time, but that's a priority every single day. But think about the things that you need to get done every single day to grow your business. And when I say every single day, I mean every single day. Like since I have started coaching, I've never not worked like on a day. Unless I was like in the middle of nowhere with like no internet service, maybe that day I didn't, but I don't think that's ever happened in Colorado. Like I at least like working is not just scrolling social media. That's not you working, but like actively sending invites on social media or actively engaging with people or responding to an email or watching a training or like all of those things, all those business building activities that make you better and reach out to more people and get your name out there and like actively growing your business. I have done something pretty much every single day. And that means that I sacrifice some time from other things. Like I've become I wouldn't say a master at multitasking, but I multitask a lot. Like watching shows, like some people like who are building this business say, it's just like you have to give up TV and shows to have the time. And for my own sanity, I like to watch shows sometimes, but I don't ever sit down. Well, I rarely sit down and just watch a show. Like while I'm watching a show or while watching football on Sunday, like think about when you're sitting there watching football or watching a show or like something's going on. I don't know. You're cooking dinner. What could you be doing at that time? And are you spending a whole Sunday without doing any business building activities? Like, do you really need every single hour of that day to do something else? And without doing at least answering a message or at least sending 5 invites, like every single day and making that a non-negotiable. And this doesn't have to you shouldn't be taking away from your family time, but be more strategic about it and like be more disciplined with your time and make the time for these activities and make the time for these calls to get on these calls. And that may mean scheduling date night on a different night, like saying, I'm sorry, we can't do it Monday, I have a business meeting. Or, if you want to get on the Root to Rise call, like on Sundays, like, sorry, I can't hang out, I have a business meeting. Like, this is your business. And you have to treat it like that. You have to treat these calls and these business building activities, and like, this is what I struggled with in the beginning of coaching is like, I would say to people, like, I can't, I'm working. Or like, I'm going to come over, but I'm going to be working. And people would be like, what are you working? And like, it's just hard for people to understand, like, what do you mean working? Because like no one really at first, like people didn't take my coaching seriously as a business. And now that I've communicated to my parents and to my boyfriend and everything, like what my goals are with this. And now they respect it more. And that's at no fault of their own. Like some people just don't understand it at first, but once they see that you are you're making the time and if they see you treating this like a business, if they see you saying, okay, at this time I have to go work, you go into the room and you're on your computer, or like I can hang out till this time because I need to go work and making the time, I have this meeting on Monday, like I need to be done by then. It's little things like that. And like showing people, like showing up in your business and showing that this is a legit business, not just talking about it. It's like on Instagram and everything, like that's all we can do really is talking about how we run this business and how this is a business. But as far as like getting your friends and family and people around you to like respect you as a business owner and like respect your goals with this, like act like it. Make that time your working time and whatever that looks like for you. Like I literally work this in lunch breaks and I wake up a little bit earlier to do it. I'll stay up a little bit later after work or in between jobs or like on weekends. I wake up a little bit earlier on weekends to do it. And it's going to look different for you, but it's literally working it in. Am I bad? We're good. In the cracks of your life, but that being said, the whole, like, working it in the cracks of your life, but don't just let those cracks, like, happen. Don't just go through your day. It's like, whenever I have another moment, okay, then I'll do this. It's like, schedule that crack of time. You know what I mean? Like, know when those little gaps in your day are, or when you're gonna be, like, maybe you do it, like, you don't know, like, for me, my homework never ends. Like, there's always something I could be doing. Oh my God. I'm almost done, I promise. Am I good? So, like, like, homework is a common thing. So, like, my homework, I there's always something I could be doing. There's always something I could be studying. It's never ending. And I can't wait for the day where that's not the case, but that's just my life. That's all, like, a lot of our lives. And so maybe, like, usually I will schedule my coaching activities before I start my homework. If that means I have to stay up a little bit later to do my homework, that's okay with me, because I know that I got my coaching stuff done. If I do my homework first and I say I'll do that after, my homework is endless, you know? It's just like I never actually get to the things. I'm falling asleep while I'm reading. And then I'm like, oh, I'll do them in the morning. Wake up in the morning and run out of time. Like, it just continuously gets pushed to the side. And, like, most of the time, the things that get pushed to the side is invites, because that's the scary part for a lot of people. That's the thing we don't want to do. So eat the frog and do it right in the morning if that helps, or do it before you do your homework. But say, I'm not making dinner until I get these 10 invites out. I'm not going to the store to grocery shop until I get these invites out. Like, if you have a day of errands, get your stuff done first and then go do it. Because once you get home, things can come up. It's just more unpredictable. And so, yes, we are working this part-time in the cracks of our life, but be strategic and be disciplined about what those pockets look like. So you're creating your work hours and you're scheduling them into your day whenever you see that you have time in the day, not just whenever it happens throughout the day. Oh, then I'll send them. Like, be strategic about it and know when you're going to work your business. And, like, yeah, your work hours are your work hours. You create them, but, like, it's easy to do this job on the weekends and every single day, you guys. Like, it's fun connecting with new people. And so never have I ever, like, gone on the weekends, like, I'm just not going to open a single message or, like, answer emails for, like, the whole weekend. Because, I have my team. I have clients. I have, like, all these people. I can't just, like, leave them for a whole weekend. Like, that's a long time. People have questions and they want to talk to you and want to see you show up. Like, that's part of it, is showing up, checking in. And never have I ever taken, like, those days off, because I don't want to. Like, I love doing this. And so it's not hard to do for me. And so that's just something you have to decide. Like, are you going to spend a whole Sunday watching football? Or are you going to watch football while you're sending invites? Or are you going to watch one game and then go work during the game that you really don't care about? You're just watching it because other people are. Like, let's be real. Maybe you do care about every game. I don't know. I don't. But figure out your priorities. Figure out what you want with this, what your goals are, and make sure your activities and your discipline and your time line up with what those are. They have to line up, otherwise you're never going to get there. Whew. All right. I think I'm done. And I'm unmuting all of you. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Nothing? Anyone riled up? Anyone like, Logan, you need to chill? Anyone like, this is kicking the butt I needed to hear?
No, but I do have to say that it does really suck when when you get that email, when somebody just dips out on you. It really does suck.
It does.
So definitely don't do that to people.
Yeah.
It hurt a little bit more because it was my cousin who did it to me, and she didn't tell me, and we talk all the time. So I'm like, you talked to me yesterday. You could have just told me.
Did she ever respond to you?
No, she's still not responding to me.
You still haven't heard from her. That's so good.
No, I've messaged her on Facebook. I've messaged her, messaged her. I've sent her a Snapchat. She opened my Snapchat, but she, didn't respond. I was like, oh, okay. So I'll be like, I'll just say that she's just going through a rough patch right now, I'm going to say.
Yeah, and, people, find others if they have other passions. If their heart isn't in this, if their heart isn't helping other people, like, no, I don't want you to just like force it, but like be a man about it and and like talk through it and like let them know, and then figure out a way for the people who invested in you and in your groups to still have that someone, you know, to help them, because they still need that person. They still need the community. So I think
Logan,
that's what you go.
You and I've talked about inviting because that's something I struggle with, and so I've made it like I even wrote it down in like my bullet journal and everything this week. That was gonna be one of my goals, to make sure I sent out invites every day. And before the call, I sent 15 out because I knew I wouldn't do it after this.
Good.
So
Good for you.
Hell yeah.
force myself.
Yeah, you just have to kind of realize like who you are, and like, are you gonna procrastinate it if you wait until after the thing? If yes, then do it before. Like, just be disciplined about it and kick yourself in the ass and get it done. I was gonna have us I had thought about I didn't know how long I was gonna talk for, but I had thought about us maybe sending some invites while we were on here, but never mind. So you guys can do that tonight. Or if you already sent them out, send more. This is the time to be sending major invites when the challenge group is coming up. Anything else related or unrelated that you guys wanted to talk about? We have 2 minutes until we get started.
I don't know if you can talk about it in 2 minutes, but how do you address a coach who like says that they might want to stop? Like, how do you have that? Or like someone that's not responding. Like, I have a coach that isn't responding right now, and I just don't know how to like reach out.
I mean, all you can do is, just try and reach out and just see what's up and like what's on her heart, you know, what she's feeling. And if she still chooses not to respond, I mean, there's nothing much more you can do about it. That sucks. But yeah, I mean, all you can really do is reach out and just say, you know, like, hey, either way, like, it's okay, whatever you're feeling, but if you want to just let me know kind of where you're coming from or what's on your heart, like how you're feeling about this, we can talk through anything. Like, I would love to talk with you, and let her know, like, whatever your decision is, either way, I would still love to, you know, hear your thoughts. And if nothing, then yeah, then that's really all you can do, unfortunately. I think Jenna's dealing with that too right now. Okay, so I'm gonna snap a pic. Everyone can snap a pic before we run out of time. We'll get the sniffles. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. Thank you guys so much for getting on and listening to me rant. Like I said, make your list, really think about what you want to do and go for it. You know, be disciplined with your time and figure out what you want with this and have your actions line up. So message me if you have any questions or need help with anything this week, but get your invites out and get this challenge group on ready to go. Get the momentum going for next week. So cool. Get on your social media too. Posting and story.